Hello everyone, today we're going over the hydrophone build for this project, but before we get too far into it, I want to highlight the project that we actually lifted this design from. It works incredibly well and is definitely the most direct path forward if all you're interested in is capturing high quality underwater audio. This project is made by a man named Jules, and he has two very comprehensive instructables projects that you can use for your own design. This first one uses phantom power to record from this piezo. We use this exact design for our first test, and we had big success with it. The second version of the project features a waterproof enclosure to be used as some form of a buoy. So that's also definitely worth checking out, and it also gets rid of the phantom power portion of this. Jules also has all these custom components up on the store, so you really can take a lot of the guesswork out of this and just get everything you need sent straight to you. Yeah, so again, if all you want to do is get a high quality recording as quickly as possible, I definitely would follow these projects. Jules is super active on them. If, however, you want to be recording other data along with your hydrophone data, or if you want to do like a longer term deployment that involves some power management, if you need like cellular connectivity and these kind of things, if you want to do like real-time post-processing, then our project's going to be worthwhile for you. So while shooting this clip, I actually made a huge discovery for the hydrophone portion of this project, although it was a very frustrating one. So I spent quite a bit of time trying to get Jules' hydrophone working by default for the circuit, and I just couldn't figure it out. And when it wasn't working, I said, well, it's a buffer circuit. It's not really amplifying much. So maybe my cheap USB sound card, just can't detect whatever signal it's picking up. So I started redesigning the circuit from first principles. I did my own instrumentation amplifier circuit. Okay, so now for the frightening part of the build. This has a few pitfalls. The first pitfall we ran into is if the lines are hovering at just wildly different voltage levels. When we mechanically squeeze this piezo, the crystal lattice compresses, electrons are emitted or absorbed. I don't know how it all happens. So these instrumentation amplifiers have an incredibly high input impedance. So what we need is a way to remove that DC offset. I think we're kind of losing a little bit of our common mode rejection. I don't fully understand the implications of doing this, and this is a single-sided supply, or at least the output is single-sided. So we have to add a little capacitor here at the end. There could be other gotchas. This probably is not how you're supposed to diagnose these kind of issues, but so that signal's definitely clipping. I don't know if that's gonna fix anything. And it wasn't until I went to plug in my normal recording microphone that I realized I use an aux cable adapter for all of my recordings. And literally the second I plugged in the aux cable to the adapter from the hydrophone, it all sprang to life. So in this video, I'm assembling as if I'm using this off-the-shelf instrumentation amplifier, but it adds a lot of headache. We're absolutely not using it. So in your mind, when you see this going in, just know that we will in fact be moving forward with Jules' design from here on. But yeah, sorry I didn't have the time to reshoot it or come up with a proper way to mount this. But it's actually still a huge win. Hopefully you know the routine by now. First thing you're going to want to do is just check out our GitHub team and make sure you're up to date with everything. Here we have the most recent part file for the sensor mount. So we're going to download that. If you don't have your own 3D printer or you just want parts sent directly to you, PCBWay is an awesome resource for this. They've sent me parts to test out for the project, and you can see here that to get this sensor module made, it would cost $5.73 to get one sent to you. So solid option.